And welcome to the New York Jets franchise rebuild. Here today, we have another double header. We have the Detroit Lions to start off with, and then we'll be finishing up with Week 14 versus the New England Patriots. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I hope you're all having a great day. Please leave a like, comment down below what you thought of today's action, and don't forget to subscribe. So we're coming off another good victory here. Last week beating the Denver Broncos, beating them 30-27 in a very fun matchup. It was a very exciting game, and now we get to kind of see the first playoff picture. So let's go check this out real quick. And then it looks like KC is right now the #1 seed. They must have a better record than we do because we have the tiebreaker over them. So they've played one more game than we have. I don't know just yet. But right now we're the #2 seed. And, you know, we see the Colts on this schedule. We see the Titans with Zach Wilson. And, of course, the Cleveland Browns and the New England Patriots. And then you flip it over to the other side. Of course, the team we have to circle is the #1 seed, San Francisco 49ers. As they did beat us, I think, in week 2 or 3. I don't remember. No, they didn't beat us. I don't remember. My goodness, my memory's shot. But this is the current playoff picture. Very excited for when this does get finalized. Right now, we are fighting for both the division and the #1 seed. And that's really the ultimate goal right now, is to win again this division and get the #1 seed. Right now, we are in first place. But, you know, if we lose to the Patriots, things could change. But we have to talk about the Detroit Lions. Let's go check out this roster here, a team that we really haven't played too many times. And let's go see what they're all about. Taking a quick look at this Detroit team, you know, they got a couple good players here. DeAndre Swift, TJ Hawkinson, Scott Stevenson in his 5th year. He's their franchise quarterback. Got a couple good running backs. And Don Duck. If you guys don't remember Don Duck, he was a very fast wide receiver that I really wanted to actually draft, but he's on this roster with 98 speed, 94 acceleration, one of the fastest kids that's really ever entered into the league, and he's an X factor. Overall, they got a lot of good height, weight, and speed on this roster, so it's going to be difficult. I think this is going to be another close, fun matchup, and hopefully we can beat this team. You know, even though they're not the best in terms of record, it's still going to be a fun matchup. And Colby Watson, their strong safety, he was actually our backup safety for a few years. Let's get into today's action. And welcome back to East Rutherford, New Jersey. Here today in week 13, it'll be the New York Jets versus the Detroit Lions. Two young quarterbacks playing off against each other, Steven James and Scott Stevens. Both these two kids really have kind of the same type of skill set. Both are very athletic quarterbacks with a solid arm, and both are trying to win some games here. But Detroit not having the season they wanted. The New York Jets, though, coming off of a couple close victories, are really looking to get a convincing one, hopefully here today to start off today's episode. But it's up to Steven James and his offense to do so. And leading out his Jets offense is number 10, Steven James. 18 touchdowns to 7 INTs so far this campaign. Right now, over the last few weeks, though, he's thrown a lot more turnovers. Hopefully this week he won't have as many. Don't forget, starting center Alex Morris is going to be out for this week. But we'll start this game at their own 30-yard line. 3 tight ends on the field. First carry for Carter goes nowhere. We've seen over the last few weeks as well, both Elijah Moore and DeAndre Hopkins getting more and more touches, as this first pass will go to Elijah Moore over the middle for 14. These last 6 games here for the New York Jets, we definitely need to see our offense continue to produce at the high level we know they're capable of, but this is one part of our team. Andrews with the sack. Our offensive line, especially up front, has really struggled. As it's 3rd down and 13 here, James will turn to an empty look. Looks to throw as Detroit sends a blitz. He's taking a shot deep down the field, and that's Dylan Henry reeling down that pass for 24. Last week, he caught a weird touchdown off the hands of a defender and a receiver, but that was a big-time play right there for the young tight end. So now James will go under center here as New York enters into Detroit's territory. Gonna go a little play action fake, looks to throw, trying to get this ball to Hopkins, and Hopkins reels it in for an easy conversion. And now New York brings out Adam Wright in the offset I formation to run the football, and Adam It's usually one of our better runners, gets 5. They're down in 5 here for the New York Jets. Taylor Newberry's to his left, takes the snap, looks to throw here. Gonna go underneath here to Elijah Moore, and Moore is able to get the conversion. And now we'll have first down and goal here at the 5. As Michael Carter checks in here on first down. They're gonna take it and hand it off to Carter, and Carter will find the end zone. Touchdown, New York. Will strike here first today. And leading out his Detroit offense is number 1, Scott Stevens. 26 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, over 3,000 yards passing as well. He's having a fantastic year. He's definitely not the problem of this Detroit offense. But like I said at the beginning, Stevens can be very mobile. I think the last time we played against this Lions team, he was a rookie. As we'll start with a little pitch here, DeAndre Swift. But this defense quickly surrounds him as Chase Claypool is hurt on the field. This Detroit team, though, has a lot of height, weight, and speed besides Claypool. As it will be second down and 13 here. Stevens looks to throw. He's going to take his quick check down as this defense will wrap up Brown. Third down and 5 here, and it's manageable here for the Lions. Stevens looks to throw. Plenty of time in the pocket. He's going to lob one here for DeAndre Swift, and Swift's able to get the conversion. Spreading out this defense here on first down at their own 40-yard line. Scott looks to throw, quickly goes to TJ, and TJ, one of their higher-rated playmakers, gets about 4 or 5. Detroit goes to under center here on second down. Stevens takes it, and here's a carry. Oh, that is Jonathan Jackson with a good tackle for loss. He's been making so many plays in our running game. Can't even count it. Third down now. Detroit needs this conversion as they're having a solid drive here, turning to the I formation as they turn to DeAndre Swift, and Swift trying to power his way through this defense, and he gets through. First down, Detroit. Second down and 10 here. Scott in the shotgun looks to throw as New York sends a blitz here. This pass will go underneath, and this is Don Duck. No, that's Anderson. What number does Don Duck wear? I don't remember. Okay, he wears number 6. Never remember people's numbers. It's third down and 1. Stevens looks to throw here, and he's trying to get into his pocket. He does so somehow, and Blake Cashman has to finish him off. Fresh set of downs here for the Detroit Lions as they are having a nice, long, methodical drive. Here is DeAndre Swift, and this defense struggling to tackle him right now. It's right now either a boom or bust for our defense in terms of this running game for the Detroit Lions, as they're going to go back and test our defense, and DeAndre Swift can get the conversion. But now Jalen Smith is hurt. Don Duck, one of the more faster playmakers in our league. Stevens looks to throw here, slings it into the middle, and that is Matt Joe with the interception. He's a rookie who we drafted in the second round, and he's out there for Jalen Smith, and he just made a great play on the ball. And now New York will start their own 10-yard line. Got word Jalen Smith is out. That means Matt Joe's going to have to step up, as he already got an interception, as this pass will go for 4 to Elijah Moore. Well, after 1 quarter of play, New York's up by 7. Detroit has just threw a turnover. It's third down and 7. James takes the snap, looks to throw here, steps up in the pocket, and he goes down. Sacked at the 6-yard line here by this Detroit pass rush. I think it was the secondary that really caused the sack. As Detroit will start right around midfield. Scott has an opportunity to tie up this game. DeAndre Swift and John Franklin Myers in the midfield. He has struggled this year at times, but he makes a good tackle for this running game. Scott in the shotgun here, second down and 12. Bunch formation to his right. Looks to throw, slings it across the middle of the field, and that is TJ, and that was Matt Joe in coverage. Third down now here for the Lions. Scott standing right at midfield. Fifth-year quarterback looks to throw, slings it in the middle of the field. TJ, another good reception for another conversion. Fresh set of downs here for the Detroit Lions. They're starting to move as New York sends a blitz here. This pass goes over the middle. TJ with his 3rd reception. Well, right now, TJ's a problem for our secondary. Here's DeAndre Swift with a good carry. And this defense, though, and that straight Carr, 3rd-year middle linebacker that we picked up this past preseason. Third down and 5 now here for the Lions. Safety comes down in the box. Takes a snap, little play fake. Looks to throw a Scott, and he's going to go down. John Franklin Myers, and Myers is able to pick it up. What a job there by Myers, helping out in this running game, and now causing another great turnover for our defense. As this play is under booth review right now, I feel like he forced the fumble. It's upheld. Okay. It's upheld. Wait, what? They counting that not as a fumble? I'm very confused. Well, Detroit's going for a very long field goal. I disagree with this call, and they miss it. So I think we're actually starting off at better field position than if he actually did fumble the football. That's just bad management right there by the Lions. As New York now will start past midfield after the missed field goal. James looks to throw here. Looking, and he's looking to take a shot deep down the field. This is Hopkins, and Hopkins drills it in right at the 7-yard line. Great job by the veteran receiver. Going out for the 50-50 ball, and he reels it in again. It's 3rd down and goal here. James takes the snap, looks to throw, looks end zone. Hopkins, and Hopkins can't reel it in. It's 4th down, and what do you do if you're in the New York Jets? As the New York Jets are looking to go for it here on 4th down. James takes the snap, looks to throw here, feeling the rush, trying to get this ball to and Toon can't reel it in again. It's a turnover on downs. After the big play by Hopkins, New York just could not find the end zone. And now Detroit backed up at their own 3-yard line here, and their defense keeping this game close. Here's a carry for DeAndre Swift, and Swift going up the middle to gain 5 to give them some breathing room. It's 3rd down now. Detroit wants to get some breathing room or at least get a conversion here. Scott looks to throw here, feeling the rush, throws it outside here, and I believe that's Brown reeling it in. Fresh set of downs here for the Lions. 2 tight ends on the field. Scott dropping back, looks to throw, and he's going to throw it right to Theodore Dickerson. Our 2 linebackers are making some plays. Our defense on the last 3 drives have forced turnovers, and we only still have 7 points. How the hell does that work? 2nd down and 10 here off the turnover. Here's Taylor Newberry. Newberry trying to bounce it to the outside here, trying to get to the sideline, and he gains 10. So New York's right around the 11-yard line here. James takes it. Here's Michael Carter going for the middle of this defense. He's found the end zone once. He gains 6 more. As it's 3rd down and 4 here for the New York Jets, they're looking to punch it in. James takes the snap, looks to throw, feeling the immediate rush, looks end zone. That ball's tipped in the air. It's incomplete. Again, what do you do if you're the New York Jets? Well, we have seen this outcome already once today. The New York just went for it, and they're going to go for it again. James looks to throw here as he's looking to the sideline here. That is Elijah Moore reeling it in for a yard. It's another turnover on downs, and this Detroit defense has made so many great plays on these last few drives, keeping their offense alive. Well, the last 2 New York drives, we've been inside the 5-yard line, and we just haven't punched it in. We're now at their own Detroit's 27. What can we do on this drive? James looks to throw here, and he's looking to take a shot deep down the field. He's looking end zone here with Hopkins, and Hopkins can't reel it in. Now it's 2nd down and 10 here after taking the deep shot. James looks to throw, sending up a screen here for Newberry. Newberry got some good blocks as he gains the 1st down and a lot more. James turns to the shotgun here. 1:17 to go here in the 1st half. He's finding a wide open Elijah Moore, and Elijah Moore will get into the end zone. Touchdown, New York. We're going to extend our lead, finally finding the end zone here. We should be up more than just 2 scores right now. Less than 60 seconds to go here in the 1st half. Detroit trying to put up some sort of points. Scott looks to throw, turn to the outside here, and that's Anderson again reeling it in. 2nd down and 2. 1 timeout in the back pocket for the Lions as they want to at least get a touchdown in this drive, but you would have to assume. Here's Anderson again going over the middle. Might have to see some urgency for the Lions. Less than 30 seconds to go. They got 1 timeout to play with. Looks to throw is Scott. Going to the outside here. This pass. What a reception right there by Brown. Reeling it in. As we're going to be heading into halftime here. New York's up 14-13. But you got to think, there was a lot of meat left on this bone. New York should be up at least by 2 more scores. You know, we've been in the red zone multiple times. We have forced a lot of turnovers. And, you know, only being up 14-3, I mean, we're supposed to be one of the best teams in the league. We gotta start acting like it. This is one game to keep an eye on right now, as KC is up 21-14, but they have a 10-2 record right now, which gives them a half game above us. So, gotta hope that Miami can pull off an upset. But right here, right now, we gotta be able to beat this Lions team? I definitely think we can. I mean, they haven't done too much on the offensive side of the ball. They will start here in the second half with the ball. And here at the beginning of the second half, Detroit will start at their own 25-yard line, down by 11. New York sends an immediate blitz here to test Scott, and TJ will get the first down. 2 tight ends set here for the Lions. Scott in the shotgun sets it up by throwing the football, and this is Don Beck with the reception. As right now, Detroit's starting this drive here with a lot of passes. Looks to throw is Scott, slinging it, taking a deep shot down the field. This is Don Duck, and this is going to be a user interception. Ashton Davis with a turnover. Ashton Davis, excuse me, I keep mispronouncing his first name. Great job there by Davis making a great play on the ball, and now here comes Stephen James. As that's the first time Detroit really tests our secondary, and they paid for it. Here is Michael Carter to gain a couple, and now Trent Brown is shaken up. Well, right now, from our starting from center to right tackle, we have all backups in. As James is going to go down here, he wanted a screen, and Andrews with 2 sacks already in this game. And I just got the word, no more Trent Brown, so we have a backup right side of this O-line. 3rd down and 17, looks to throw Stephen James rolling. Looking, sets his feet, and he finds Taylor Newberry. Newberry's breaking free, trying to make a move, and he sets his team up at the 39-yard line. 3rd down now. James turns to an empty look, looks to throw, immediately rolling, sets his feet, finds Elijah Moore. Moore breaks a tackle, breaking in more tackles, and he will be tackled right around the 35-yard line. Good hard running by Elijah. So New York is driving, trying to extend their lead. Here comes Newberry. As Newberry's breaking free, he gains 5 more. 2nd down and 4 here at the 18. James takes the snap, looks to throw. He's going underneath here to Hopkins, and Hopkins is able to get the conversion and more. He's 2nd down and 10 here. James sets up a screen, and he's going to go down quickly. This pass rush continues to get there. That's Dodge with a sack. That is the 4th recorded sack here by this Detroit defense. 3rd down and 19. James looks to throw here, feeling the rush, trying to get this ball to bend to the end zone, and he just can't. And New York will have to settle for a field goal. 3rd down and 10 now. Scott in the shotgun. 3 receivers on the field. Desperately needs this conversion. Looks to throw here. He has his check down. He will take his check down to DeAndre Swift. And Swift won't go far. It's 4th down. Do you go for it if you're the Lions? As the Jets will start their own 30-yard line here, looking to extend their lead. James takes it, looks to throw here, setting, finding a wide open Elijah Moore. He has a linebacker in front of him as he tried to make a move. He'll get to the 36 of Detroit. Excellent play right there by Elijah Moore. 2nd down and 9 here, probably the last play here, the 3rd quarter. Here is Taylor Newberry. Newberry finding him breaking free here as he almost hit the gas, and he could have found the end zone, but he'll set his team up at the 10-yard line. 3rd down and 10 here. 3 receivers on the field. New York looks to throw here. Feeling the rush, trying to go end zone here with Michael Carter, and that ball is just thrown out of the end zone. Detroit will start their own 25-yard line here, down by 3 scores. And this pass could have been undercut. What do you do if you're the Detroit Lions here? So right now it's still a close game. If Detroit can find the end zone on this drive, they make it into a ball game. Stevens looks to throw, going over the middle, and this is TJ for about 9. They're down and 1 here for the Lions. DeAndre Swift's the runner, as they're going to motion him outside here. As they're going to go empty here, looks to throw as New York sends an all-out blitz. Here's Don Duck, who makes a move, and he gets the conversion. They're starting to move this ball methodically down the field again. Scott looks to throw, rolls to his left, and he will find Anderson. Well, right now they're really not sending anything up deep down the field. They're taking a lot of quick throws and a lot of check downs to move the ball. Scott looks to throw, steps up in the pocket. He'll find Anderson again, and he gets the conversion. 1st down and goal here at the 9. Detroit trying to cap off this long methodical drive. Scott rolls to his right. He will find Anderson underneath here for 5. Now we're starting to see our defense a little tired out there. But it's 2nd down and goal here, and Detroit's taking a ton of time off this clock. They will find Don Duck in the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. But did they just take too much time off this clock, as they're going to have to kick it off to us? And here in week 13, the New York Jets will be beating the Detroit Lions 20-10. In a ball game where, honestly, Elijah Moore really stepped up. I think he caught 9 balls for a little over 100 yards. Hopkins had a good day too. Newberry had a good catch right there as well. But I mean, overall, the defense forced 3 turnovers, which really helped us. The unfortunate part is this: we had 2 drives that we were in the red zone between the 5-yard mark. We just couldn't punch it in, and that definitely leaves me a little bit concerned. We did lose 2 starters, both Jalen Smith and Trent Brown. We'll have to check out on their injuries. And yeah, Elijah Moore, 8 catches, 124 yards, and I believe a touchdown. But a few injuries to check in on. Steven James, average day, nothing special. Really struggled with this running game. Michael Carter couldn't get anything going. Thankfully, Adam Wright had a couple good late carries. In terms of receiving, Ben Toon didn't get that much involved. We saw a good early reception by Dylan. But our defense, again, probably gets this game ball. Good sack by Myers. And then 3 turnovers here, 2 by our inside linebackers and our safety. They only tested us deep down the field 1 time, and they paid for it. So overall, great game to start off today's episode. As we do have 1 injury coming out of this matchup, and who is it going to be towards? It's Trent Brown. That's a big injury. Right now, we're going to go with 3 backup offensive linemen out for the next few weeks, as you might be wondering why is Doug Thomas out or has no more length. It's because in Madden, there's a weird glitch in practice. He's out for this season. He's done. But hey, we have 2 more injuries we have to figure out. We're going to thankfully get Jonathan Allen here versus the New England Patriots. And New England is right now 8-4. I believe they had either their bye week or they lost. I don't remember. But they're 8-4. They're one of the good teams here. And right now they're the 6th seed, and it looks like KC also won their ball game, so they beat the Dolphins. Nothing really changed here in the wild card or in the playoff picture. But let's go check out this New England roster. We know them fairly well, and then we'll get into today's second game. Now, we know this team very well. They have Mac Jones, Damian Harris, they have Laviska Shenault. This team, over these last few years, have been trying to find playmakers, and they brought in Cortland Sutton to really help them out. But he's 30 years old. He's not a deep threat. He's more of a chain mover. And overall, we beat them fairly easily in the first matchup. So hopefully, we'll have another easy matchup. But they are 8-4, projected to make the postseason. So we can't really sleep on this team. They are a divisional matchup. So let's get into the second game of today's episode. And welcome back to East Rutherford, New Jersey. Here today in week 14, it will be the New England Patriots versus the New York Jets. This is a very important matchup here in the AFC East, as the Patriots are trying to get back into this division title race. But the New York Jets, after coming off another impressive victory in today's episode versus the Detroit Lions, are looking to get another victory. Hopefully today, as so far history has been on our side versus this New England offense and defense, that we can put up a victory here today. So let's get into today's action. Trent Brown is out dealing with an injury. We are also getting Jonathan Allen back to help out our defensive line. And starting with the football first is number 10, Mac Jones. So far this campaign has thrown 32 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. So far, a very good season. They're looking to get a little bit of revenge this week because in the earlier matchup, we did beat them. On the first play, New England looks to spread out this defense here, going 5 wide receivers out there. Jones in the empty look looks to throw here, felt the rush as he will take his check down, and that is Cortland Sutton with the reception. Well, just like in the first matchup, the Patriots' offensive weapons have been really their biggest issue. We'll see if they will play better today, as this pass will go down the field and it's incomplete. Back-to-back passes here for the New England Patriots. 2nd down and 10. Here goes Jones. Going to take his check down here. His 3rd straight throw. This time will go for 2. As it's 3rd down and 8 here. Jones takes a snap, looks to throw. 4th time today's action, feeling a little bit of the rust as he's standing in the pocket, but this defense is playing picture-perfect coverage, but the coverage got broken free by Lavisca Chenault, and Chenault is able to get his team all the way to the 22 of New York. What a play right there by Mac Jones, hanging in that pocket all day long. No one was getting open, and then he threw a dart. As New England's getting into the red zone here, now they turn to an I formation. Harris is the back here with the fullback in the game, motioning to one of the tight ends as here's the carry to Harris, and that's Jalen Smith making a good tackle. 3rd down and 3 now here for the New England Patriots. Jones turns to an empty look, looks to throw quickly, and this pass will go to Pope for a 1st down. 2nd down and goal now. Jones takes the snap. Here is a little fake to the running back, and Mac Jones will find the end zone himself. And Jones gets to celebrate early on in today's action, as New England will take the 7-0 lead. And leading out his New York offense is number 10, Stephen James. So far this campaign, 19 touchdowns to 7 interceptions. An okay season so far. Looking for him to improve on in this game here. As Stephen James will start this drive under center here. Michael Carter's the lone back as he's going to get the call here, and he's going to go up the middle to his defense for 4. Right now, our whole right side of this offensive line is dealing with injuries, so we only have backups out there. Here's 2nd down and 6, and James looking to take a shot deep down the field. Hopkins is able to reel it in for 39. What a reception right there by the veteran receiver. Big plays have been New York's game so far this season. Back to the air as he's going to go to Dylan Henry, and Henry's able to break free, and he's going to gain his own 12+ yards. 3rd down and 9 here for the New York Jets as they entered into the red zone. James takes the snap as he's looking end zone here with Hopkins, and Hopkins can't reel it in. It's 4th down, and New York will have to settle for 3. As right now, the New England Patriots have the early advantage here. They're up by 4 as Mac Jones will start with his 2nd possession here. Here's Harris. Harris on the outside run, and he's able to break multiple tackles to gain 11. That's good hard running right there as New England's dealing with an offensive lineman injury. Fresh set of downs here for the Patriots, and this is the best I've seen them look in a long time. Jones looks to throw as this pass will go quickly. And it's for 9, but another injury here for the Patriots. 2nd down and 2 here. Mac Jones goes under center, gonna take it. Here is Harris, bounces to the outside here, and he's able to gain the 1st down and more. Well, right now everything is working here for the New England Patriots. We gotta see if our defense can step it up. Here's Jones goes down. That's Quinton Williams all the way back at the 49. That's their 3rd offensive lineman injury. Now the Patriots are backed up and they're dealing with offensive linemen. Here's Jones, goes over the middle of the field, and this ball was punched out, I believe. It's 4th down, and it is. Good job by Jalen Bonds. Now can the New York Jets take advantage and try to go up by 3? James takes the snap. He'll go a little play action fake, looks to throw here, failing the rush, and he's trying to throw it back across his body, and Dylan Henry thankfully goes up and gets the ball knocked down. 2nd down and 10 here. James looks to throw. Looking, steps up at the pocket as he's now going to look to run here. Has room in front of him, but he will slide for 9. It's 3rd down and 1. 3rd down and 1. Here comes the big boys. Adam Wright's in the ball game as he's going to get the call to go up the middle of this defense, and he's going to be able to get the conversion. Fresh set of downs here for the New York Jets. James takes the snap, looks to throw here, slings it to Elijah Moore, getting him involved early on, and he gains 9. But that throw was a little bit behind Elijah. He got room in front of him. Sticking to this passing game, going right back to Moore, and Moore on the sideline will make that tough reception. As it's 3rd down and 3 here for the New York Jets at the beginning of the 2nd quarter. James, low snap, looks to throw, steps up. He's feeling a lot of the rush. That ball's out. Thankfully, Elijah Van Tucker is able to pick it up. It's 4th down, and we're going to have to punt. New England will start their own 18-yard line, still up by 4. Mac Jones looks to throw a quick slant, and that ball was batted away. New England is coming out here definitely a little bit more pass happy than I expected. They usually rely on Harris a lot more. Sticking in this passing game as this pass will go to Harris underneath, and he will only gain 3. 3rd down and 7 now here for the New England Patriots. They need this conversion. Jones looks to throw, plenty of time in the pocket as he will zip one to the sideline here to Pope, and I don't think that's going to get them anywhere, so it's 4th down. As of right now, it's been it's just both teams punting the football back and forth to each other as New York will start at midfield here, turning to Dylan Henry here. Dylan Henry will be pushed out of bounds here and he will gain 13 more. I just got big injury news. Jalen Bonds, he's going to be out for the rest of the game. That means Woody Hood, the second-year safety, is going to have to step up as here's Michael Carter, and Carter will gain 4. As it's 3rd down and 6 here, but the importance of Jalen Bonds, that's a massive injury for our defense, where hopefully he's okay. This pass will go to Nick Woodley, and our receivers are just not catching the football. It's 4th down. As New England will start their own 25-yard line, Hood is out there, at safety for the injury to Jalen Bonds, and he's going to have to step up. We might have to make a change in our secondary as this play was not blown dead. Jalen Bonds is a big playmaker for our defense. He's been an all-pro multiple times. We'll see if our defense can step up. As Mac Jones feeling the rush, this is Jonathan Jackson all the way back at the 13-yard line. He's been looking for a sack, and he's finally gotten one after not getting one over the last few weeks. Just mauling the left tackle here and throwing Mac Jones easily to the ground. As it's 3rd down and 22 here, Jones in the shotgun. He desperately needs this conversion. Does a little pump fake, looks to throw, plenty of time. He goes underneath here to Sutton, and his defense will stop him way short of the marker. So far, New York's only been able to put up 2 field goals. We're looking to finally get our first touchdown. James in the I formation does a little play action fake, looks to throw here, sets, and he will find DeAndre Hopkins, and Hopkins breaks free and gets into New England's territory. Right now, New York has struggled to run this football. It's 3rd down and 8. James takes the snap, looks to throw here. Again, rolling. He's going to check his ball down to Taylor Newberry. And Newberry lays down the hammer and he gets the conversion. Potential last play before the 2-minute warning. James looks to throw here. Failing the rush and he goes down and the ball's out again. And Elijah Manatucker picks it up for the 2nd time this ball game. And this pass rush continues to make good plays. And here at the beginning of the 2-minute warning, New York's down by a point, but they are driving here. James takes it, sets up a screen here for Newberry. Newberry makes the reception that's low to the ground, and he's able to break free here, and he's able to get close to the 1st down marker. What an effort right there by the 2nd-year running back. As it's 3rd down and inches here, they did not give us the conversion. James takes it, here's a little draw play, and Newberry up the middle of this defense gets the conversion. 1st down and goal here at the 2. I formation here for the New York Jets. Here's Adam Wright, goes up the middle, touchdown New York, and will take the lead for the first time in today's action. Here comes a 2-minute drill here for the New England Patriots and Mac Jones. 2 running backs are on the field. Jones looks to throw here as they have an extra man protecting him. As he will take his check down here to Harris, and Harris will gain a couple. And just like that, it's 3rd down and 7 here. Mack in the shotgun looks to throw here. Failing the rush here, he has to throw it away. He felt the rush by Myers. Now the New York Jets have an opportunity to extend their lead. James takes the snap. He looks to throw here. Sets his feet. He's going to find Elijah Moore. Moore breaking free. No one can tackle him. He's down the sideline, and he's going to go all the way. Touchdown, New York. We're going to extend our lead here by 13. As we are heading into halftime here, New York has put up 14 unanswered points here, and we have a 20-7 ball game. Slow start for our offense, but we were able to put up some good points here at the end of the 2nd half, thankfully. Definitely got to start running the football more. Got to pay a little bit more attention to Harris out of the backfield because he's been really their offense right now. Hopefully here in the 2nd half, we can finish this game off with a victory. And here at the beginning of the 2nd half, New York will start with the football. Here is Michael Carter going up the middle of this defense to gain a couple. Now New York spreads out this defense here. James looks to throw, going to the sideline. Dylan Henry reels it in. New York trying to get as many receivers involved as possible here. James looks to throw here, and he's looking to go deep down the field. Elijah Moore was able to break free. Can anyone catch him again? They can't. Touchdown, New York. What a play there by Elijah Moore. And New England did not stand a chance against him. As New York is looking to go for 2 here. James takes the snap, going to Nick Woodley, and Woodley, the rookie tight end, is able to reel it in. We're up now by 21. Now, what can you do if you're the Patriots here? This game's kind of getting out of hand. Here's Harris trying to bounce it outside, but Jonathan Jackson with a good tackle for loss. Mac Jones dropping back, looks to throw here. Here is Henry reeling it in. Good conversion right there for the Patriots. Here's Mac Jones, gonna go a little play action fake, looking deep into the field, and that ball is off the hands of Bryce Hall and off the hands of Woodley. And that should have been 2 interceptions, but neither DD could reel it in. It's 2nd down and 10. Jones in the shotgun here. Here's a little delayed give, but this defense reading that play perfectly. As it's 3rd down and 8 here now for the Patriots. Desperately needing this conversion here to try to stay in this ball game. Slings it over the middle of the field. Cortland Sutton reels it in for the conversion. As New England has finally passed midfield and now into Jets territory. Here's another carry here for Harrison. This defense gobbling him up for a gain of 4. 3rd down and 3 here. Mac Jones in the shotgun, looks to throw. Sets his feet. He's going to find Pope, and Pope is able to get the conversion. 3rd down and 1 now. Mac Jones, play action, looks to throw, looks end zone, and that's Michael Hamden. Hamden, who's been a bullhawk this year, and he's able to break free. Mac Jones trying to catch up to him, and he can't. He's down the sideline, and he's going to go all the way for a touchdown. New York is extending their lead here, and I don't know if the Patriots can come back after that. And here in week 14, the New York Jets will be beating the New England Patriots 42-7. And a very slow start by our offense, really, in the first quarter, only putting up 6 points. And then over time, we put up 2 unanswered touchdowns, and then we're kind of off to the races after that. We forced a couple turnovers. We got a couple big sacks. Overall, we just kind of showed our dominance. I mean, New England did their best as early as they can, but we know how to play well against this team, and we've done it so for the last couple seasons now. So not really too much of a surprise here, though we do have a couple injuries to check in on. But overall, let's check out some quick stats here. As Steven James here, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, played very good football. No complaints there. Really didn't run the ball as much as I liked, but got 2 rushing touchdowns. Elijah Moore, 2 big plays for 2 touchdowns. And Hopkins caught 2 balls. Really couldn't get the ball to Ben Toon, unfortunately, but happy with our offensive performance. Got 3 sacks here by Jonathan Jackson. Quinton Williams added 1, and same with Jonathan Allen. And then Davis and Hamden with 1 interception each. And here's the injury report coming after the Week 14 game. Nothing really has changed. We will be getting, actually no one's coming back healthy, but no injuries. Jalen Bonds is okay. Same with Jalen Smith, both okay after the action. But next time, it'll be Week 15 versus the Buffalo Bills, as well as Week 16 versus the Minnesota Vikings. So this is the game plan. We're going to play these next 2 games, and then we're going to finish off finishing off the regular season the next episode. So guys, I really do hope you enjoyed today's action. You know, we got a nice hard-fought win in the first matchup. In the second game, we had a nice blowout victory. So right now we're 11-2. In the current playoff picture, we are the number 1 seed, which is fantastic. Right now, that's really the main thing to keep an eye on. I think if we get a victory here over the Bills, we pretty much solidified this division here. As New England, we have the tiebreak over them. We would have the tiebreaker over the Bills. So we'll see what will happen here versus Josh Allen. But guys, if you're so far enjoying this series, please leave a like, comment down below what you thought, and don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget, October 1st will be the first episode for the Houston Texans franchise rebuild in Madden 23. I'm expecting the first few episodes of that, and the playoffs will go simultaneously. We'll probably go 1 episode each day or something. I don't know just yet. But guys, I really do hope you enjoy, and I will see you in the next one.